Recycling. It's supposed to be a simple, straightforward concept, but it seems not everyone is doing it properly. For example, this isn't supposed to be here. I'm Natish Basono, and it turns out a lot of people are contaminating these bins by putting the wrong materials inside them. That being said, don't be surprised if someone from the city comes and rummages through these bins when you put them out on the curb.
We collect about 204,000 tons of recycling a year, and last year 52,000 tons of that was garbage.
It's a finding that now has the city sending out inspectors to see exactly what people are putting in their blue bins. It's a pilot project that started back in the summer and is now going through a second round. Some households have been receiving a Dear Resident letter from Jim McKay, General Manager of Solid Waste Management, reminding residents what should and should not go in the blue bins. Tips include the following: empty and rinse out food containers before tossing them in the blue bin. Food scraps go in the green bin. Don't throw out clothing, blankets, and shoes. Instead, donate them. And do not put any black plastic in the blue bins. Instead, those belong in the garbage.
Well, I think we're spending in the neighborhood right now on the program around $100,000 a year. So if we get it down 10-15%, we'll save more than $10 million a year. So the cost of having half a dozen staff out in the field going bin to bin is nothing compared to the actual cost of the issue.
McKay says in some cases, notices are put up on bins upon inspection, telling the residents what's wrong with them, and that they won't be collected until the next collection day after it's been properly sorted.
It's just people trying to do the right thing, knowing that something is recyclable, but not knowing where to put it.
Emily Alfred is with the Toronto Environmental Alliance. She says this type of direct feedback approach has been very effective in other cities around the world. She says the key to recycling the proper materials is to first recycle knowledge.
Each city has different recycling rules. You know, the recycling rules in this office are different from the recycling rules I have at home. It's really hard for people to keep up with that. So we need constant education and constant reminders.
Something Solid Waste Management Services is working on, as well as stricter ways of getting the message across.
We hope we don't have to get there to actually charging someone or levying a fine against someone for doing the wrong thing, but we have started discussions on what that might look like.
McKay says it's still early days and there hasn't been any formal reports yet, but based on what they've seen so far, the plan is to continue the pilot project. Of course, if you want to learn how to properly recycle, all you have to do is go on the city's online Waste Wizard to check out more information. And of course, you can check out their waste calendar to find out what goes where. In Toronto, I'm Natish Basono, City News.